meant like as a goalkeeper, you're not the same. I was just a child. Oh. Go on, Cass. Oh, well done, Casemiro. Good pass. Oh, well done, Xerxes. Look at him. Look at the pace. Okay, go on. Go make it 3. Make a statement. Make a statement. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Xerxes. Blocked. Oh, I tell you what, Xerxes' touch is really good, isn't it? It is. Cobby. Oh, that's wide. When Xerxes, like, touch is sticking, like, the ball sticks to his feet like Velcro, doesn't it? It does. Does he touch? Ball. Dead. Right, what's this? 90 seconds left. Plus probably 10 more minutes of stoppage time because, you know, why not, this ref? Oh, be careful, Lenny. Don't get dragged in. Don't get dragged in. And Lomans will deal with that. Good goalkeeping. Come on! Exactly. I will. Croydon Martial Arts. Hey, I like that one. It says Owen keep Calm Man United on fire. Well, this is the thing. They haven't been today. You know what I mean? It's not been the best performance. It's not been the worst because second half was much better, wasn't it? Second half was much, much better. Wasn't perfect. Obviously, you do get a bit of fortune in that you're playing against 10 men, but it was a red card. It was a penalty, and Palace, they made their own luck on that one, really. So they can't complain too much. And also, we took advantage of it. We criticised this same United team for not taking advantage of 10 men against Everton. We did it this time. That's a foul, referee, you bastard. Thank you. So, yeah, we're, you know, I think also as well, overall, we deserve to win the game today. If you're going to weigh up the halves against each other, we did deserve to win this one. And if we have... Oh, he slipped. How long, ref? How long, ref? Clear it, Cobby. Yes! Another 3 points for Manchester United. Another 3 points for Michael Carrick. Manchester United... Don't pinch yourself, fans, yeah? Well, actually, do pinch yourself. It's real. We're up to third. We're up to third. Benjamin Sesko scores again. Manchester United continue to rise up the table. And now we're up to third. It wasn't pretty at points, you know? It wasn't a perfect performance by any stretch. You know, first half was really, really poor, but that's the important thing, isn't it? Flex mentioned it before kickoff. It's just about the win. We can dwell on the performance. We will dwell on the performance, right? This is what we do as fans. But as I always say, this is a results-based business. This is what we weren't doing previously. You know, a lot of the time we were trying to lean on performances. Or we were trying to lean on XG for saying, or woulda, shoulda, coulda. Remember, if we'd have scored this, if we'd have done that, could we have done this? Why didn't we do that? What we are doing at the moment is we're actually doing it. Yeah, we are the scoring goals. We are taking advantage of when people slip up. We are taking advantage if they go down to 10 men, right? Sometimes it might not be pretty, right? Sometimes it might not be pretty like today, but we're getting it done. That's the important thing. Getting it done. And actually, even in this stretch of sort of 3 games where it hasn't been good, what have we been doing? We've been making sure they haven't been losing. Against West Ham, late goal, last kick of the game. Make sure we get a point. Everton, second half, substitution. Go get the winner, Sesko. Here today, we get a penalty. We force a penalty. We force a red card by good play as well. Make no mistake, it's not like that came out of nowhere and that was just luck. United, we just got lucky with that penalty. No, we forced it. We played well second half. Bruno does the pass. Cunha makes the run. It's a foul. We force it. You make your own luck. And that's what we did. We made our own luck. And then we take advantage of it by scoring a fantastic goal from Sesko. So, look, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't great. But also, this is the other part of it too. I wouldn't go too extra of how bad it was too. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go too extra with that, right? Like Greg says here, awful performance, big loss incoming if this continues against Newcastle. No, man, like second half, we were much better. We were in control. And have you seen Newcastle recently? Then it's not as if they're playing fantastic either. We did what we needed to do to get the win, and that's what Man United's about. I mentioned this against after the Everton game. I grew up on Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United, and obviously we look back at the time and say how great it was then. But there were a lot of games where we weren't good under Sir Alex, but you win because that's what good teams do. Even if you're not up for it that day, even if for whatever reason your performance is subpar, you still win. You find a way. Whether that's, it's VAR, it's Manchester United, it's red card. It doesn't matter. They all count the same. You leave with 3 points. If you blitz them 5-0 and you dominate and you're incredible, you still get 3 points. If you're poor, but you win the game, you still get 3 points. And that's the important thing. Getting 3 points. Not every performance is going to be great. But like Nessie says there in the chat, folks, I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe some of the performances last couple of games haven't been great, but we are like, let's just put this out there again. In Europe, in the top 5 European leagues, there's only one team on a longer unbeaten run than us, which is Inter Milan. They're 15 games unbeaten. We're like 10 now, 11, right? 11 games unbeaten. We haven't lost a match in 2026, right? We are up to 3rd place in the Premier League right now. How many points were we behind Villa when Michael Carrick came in? Like, there's we found a lot to complain about over the last 2 years, right? But I'm telling you now, winning is one thing I will not complain about. Never in a million fucking years will I complain about winning football matches, right? Getting the win. And second half was better. You know,
at
second half
base 1,730 super chatted €5. Double over Palace and on to 3rd place. Sesko, I never lost hope with him. The guy is literally and figuratively massive. Yoro, keep your head up.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Sesko. I mean, I think, once again, credit to Carrick and credit to Darren Fletcher, that, you know, that the way that they have handled Sesko so far, it's working. Clearly, it's working, you know. Fletcher was good with him, and Carrick, using him as a sub, using him when he's starting, he's scoring regardless. He's managing him well. So, yeah, like I said, we deserve to win that game too. I think a lot will be made about the first half, but we were the better team in that game. We were the better team. Make no mistake. I don't think we should not dwell too much on that, because if you're going to weigh it up, so 45 minutes we weren't great, but wow, actually, and even that. The last 10 minutes in the first half, we were better as well, actually. Last 10 minutes in the first half, we were better. We started to up it a little bit. So really, what? Are we going to dwell on 35 minutes of a poor performance and not focus on the, 55 minutes of actually longer than that, probably like 60 minutes of a really positive performance? I'd rather focus on the positive.
Davis 9,475 super chatted £5. We were 11 points behind Villa before Carrick took the wheel. He's done wonders for us in both stints.
You know, there you go. An 11-point swing he's managed to overcome. And is it sustainable? Well, that's happened over the course of, 3 months? That's not bad, is it? It's not bad. It's not bad. That's not new manager bounce. That's winning football matches. Because guess what? At Man United, that's what it's about. Yeah, obviously, we want to be entertained. Yeah, we want to watch scintillating football, and we will sometimes. But, you know, we don't have the divine right to be like, every game you've got to blow us out the water and be amazing. It's not going to happen. It's not. Again, not with this team. We can't on one hand be like, these players are shit, they're criminals. And also, why don't you play great every single week? Well, they're either shit or they're not, okay? Right? Clearly, we've got good players. Clearly, though, we've got inconsistent players as well. A win is a win, right? A win is a win. And, you know, I like I've said before, I find it ironic, actually, that people that were not focused that much on results and that suddenly or performances now suddenly trying to focus on that. It's very weird how that how that is all working out, isn't it? Very, very strange. But also on top of that, it's resilience too. We said after we went 1-0 down, all right, how are you going to overcome this? We did. And the other part of it as well is spare me the, wow, it's the red card. Red card changed the game. Well, yeah. What are we supposed to do? Sorry, Palace got a red card that game. All right, we're not going to take advantage of that. We're not going to score a goal. Why? Wow, it's kind of unfair, isn't it? No, it's fucking football, man. That's how it works. We were the first to criticize this Man United team for not taking advantage of a red card against Everton. So we now can't complain that we took an advantage of a red card against Palace. Make it make sense, folks. Red card saved us. But we criticized that the red card didn't save us against Everton. But when it does, when we do take advantage of it, even though, by the way, we created that red card, it's not like against Everton where the players started slapping each other. Bruno pass, penalty from Mateus Cunha. We made that happen. We literally made that happen. And what? Oh, wow, it was a red card. It kind of changed things for us. Yeah, yes. Yes. It's a win. We won again. This is good. This is good. And that's the important thing. So someone said it in the chat there. It was Croydon again. Build a winning mentality. You win when you play well. You win when you don't play well. You win when you go behind. You win when you lead from the front. It's how it works. I really should not be looking for things to be negative about when there's so much to be positive about, right? In terms of winning. We've spent the last 2 years saying, can we win games? Can we win games? Can we win games? Now we're winning games. That's not good enough. Come on. And it's not to bury our heads in the sand and be like, oh, so Man United played really well. No, we didn't, but it's about winning. You know what I mean? It's always about winning. JDK says, is there going to be a call-in show? I might save that for Wednesday, JDK. I'm running on fumes at the moment. Eminem's been a member for 21 months, says, clear tactical issues, but a lot seem down to squad build. We clearly missed Whip with Dorgu. Carrick still doing his best with the squad. Sesko top. That's also something to point out as well. The options are limited. We really miss Leacher, obviously. De Ligt's out as well. We really miss Dorgu. We've still got, as Eminem mentions there, we've still got squad issues. Like, we don't really have a lot to bring on the bench.
At Zuta Magruder super chatted $5. I'm just glad we won. We're winning, and more importantly, the yummy looking flex is smiling. Not in a sus way. Hope you're happy too, boss man Owen.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Zuta. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Yeah, and as you mentioned there, David is actually as well. Shaw's out as well. So I think with what he's got at his disposal, Carrick, he's getting it done. Lesser managers and what have you could use these injuries as an excuse of, wow, look, we haven't got Leacher, we haven't got our starting centre back partnership really. If everyone's saying next season's going to be De Ligt and Leacher, we've got our two best centre backs missing, and one of our most progressive players in Leacher. We've got our left back now probably out. We play with Dallo. So yeah, we don't have a ton of options, but we're still getting it done. That's the other part of it as well. We're still getting it done, and even after that first half, which wasn't a great first half, to come out at the end of the game and go, yeah, it wasn't great, but we still got the job done. That's the critical thing. And as far as the chat about, well, is this sustainable to the end of the season? Sure. I don't see any reason why not. That's my prediction. What was my prediction going into today's game? I was a goal off it. I said 2-0, but this was what I was talking about. I don't think we're going to see many of those Arsenal and City performances for the rest of this season. I don't think we will. I think it's going to be like this to the end of the season. I think it's going to be like this to the end of the season, where sometimes it's not pretty, but we got to grind it out. We're going to have to grind out some of these wins. It's not going to be amazing to look at on the eye, but the critical thing is to get the points on the board. Get the points on the board, get into the Champions League next season. That's what it needs to be. We can have talks about sustainability later. How can we talk about sustainability? We don't even know who our coach is going to be next season, right? So at the moment, it's not sustainable because as of right now, we're not going to have a coach at the end of the season. So it's not even the talk about sustainability and, is this good for the long term or what have you? At the moment, we're not looking at the long term, are we? We're not. We're looking at getting to the end of the season and qualifying for the Champions League, because that's what he's been brought in to do. And for what his remit has been so far in Michael Carrick, he is absolutely smashing it. It couldn't go much better. The only way it could have been any better is if we beat West Ham. And even that, we didn't lose that game. Apart from that, there's nothing more he could do. He has literally almost done the maximum, more than what was expected of him. And this is why I go back to, like, if you'd have said when Michael Carrick came in, because we all kind of rolled our eyes a little bit at like Michael Carrick, and we go, "Oh, Carrick from Middlesbrough." And I know he's a captain and that for us, a great player, but I don't know. If we'd have said, "Oh, by the way, when you get to the 1st of March, he won't have lost a game, and he'll only have dropped 2 points away at West Ham. Every other game he'll have won." We'd have all gone, "Are you taking the fucking piss? Are you on crack? We're not going to win. We're not going to go unbeaten for 3 months and only drop 2 points against West Ham. Are you kidding me?" No, of course not. So now that we're here, I don't think we can complain that much about it, right? We've got what we asked for: wins, results. And like I said, first half wasn't great, but I think the idea that, we were absolutely shocking the whole game is a bit overblown. We were much better second half. We forced the issue for the penalty. It's a great goal. Sesko's header is a fantastic header. And Bruno Fernandes, I know this is, again, polarizing because that's what he is, but the guy's an animal. He's an animal. He's a monster. You want to talk about mentality monster? Bruno Fernandes scores the pen, created the pen, and created Sesko's goal. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, he just is ridiculous. He is. It will still baffle me how he gets disrespected and how, that he gets the shit that he does. Is he a perfect player? Is he easy on the eye? Sometimes not, but he changes games. He changes games. He puts the games on his back and changes it, and he's involved in everything. Again, he's top of the assist charts in the Premier League this season. He's top of the assists for us, and he scored goals. I go back to, I've said it multiple times. Bruno, he'd get into any team in the Prem and in Europe, and people scoff at that. Oh, yeah, no, he wouldn't. You see some of these numbers Bruno's put down this season, and he puts it down every season. You don't think a team would want that in their team? Bruno, he is, as Flex said, he's cash money. He delivers every time. Every time. That's what he does. He's top. You know what I mean? He's top. So yeah, absolutely massive, massive. Next chapter says, being happy with all these intangibles is not sustainable. Find a way to win. Yeah, okay. When you dominate and you shit house a few bad games, that wins the league. But if all you do is shit house, but we haven't just shit. This is what I don't get. Like, the negativity is acting like we haven't played well throughout Michael Carrick's entire tenure, which is bullshit. If anything, the disappointment with the performances in the last couple of games is because we've played so well in the first few games under Carrick. That's where it comes from. It comes from expectation, and again, I go back to believe. It's about winning. It's about winning.
At Louise Ap Davis 9,475 super chatted £5. It was the 2 set pieces last time we faced Palace that confirmed Bruno's crackhead energy to me.
I think, and big up Louise for the super chat. I just think that for all of this, is it sustainable? I go back to, we haven't lost a game this year. It's March. It's what they say. It's the start of spring or something like that. 3 months into 2026, we haven't lost. And we're asking, is that sustainable? If I'm on a diet and I haven't broken said diet for 3 months and someone goes, so is this sustainable? I go, I tell you what, I've done it for 3 months. I'm feeling pretty good here, I'll have my slip-ups, but this is not bad. For 3 months, it's pretty sustainable. And and also in that time, you go, yeah, but you're only beating the worst teams in the league. Oh, no, you beat the top 2 teams in the league. So that's, so because even the whole sustainable thing, it's like, oh, yeah, but when you get a big test, see what happens then. We've had big tests and we won. Like, it's very sustainable. It's been 3 months, God, can you keep up like this? Well, I'm doing a bloody good job of it. It's 3 months in, you know? So yeah, like we won. We're third. Let's look at the table again. And also we've got no distractions, remember, folks. None. Zero. We're not in anything. Our only focus is on the Prem. And as long as you get results, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Could you imagine if we went invincible like Arsenal did in the mid-2000s? We'd probably be having discussions then. Yeah, but is it sustainable to win every game every week? We probably need to lose a few. You know what I mean? It's just mad, and it's just crazy. And that's what I go back to. People say, "Oh, Owen, it's not true. You know, they don't exist." I'm telling you, there are people out there for whatever reason. Some of them are ops, some of them are trolls, but there are some very strange Manchester United fans that, for some reason, like don't want us to win or aren't happy that we're winning, or even when we do win, the first thing they have to focus on is the worst thing as opposed to the fact that we won. I will never understand it. I will never get my head around it. Premier League table, I can get my head around this though. Look at this. Yes, up to third in the Premiership right there. Up to third, 51 points. Only 8 points behind City. But the reality is this is what you're looking at here. We're now above Aston Villa on goal difference, right? Remember again, we were 11 points behind. 11 points behind Aston Villa. We're now above them because we've been sustainably winning games. They have not been sustainably winning games. I don't know about you, but that run looks pretty consistent to me, doesn't it? Chelsea, look, they've got a win against Arsenal today. If they don't, gap's starting to form. And that's what we were talking about earlier on, wasn't it, guys? This is what we were talking about when we were saying that, you know, games like today where you've got a win, not just because obviously you want to go up into third, but because we are going to drop points. You know what I mean? We will drop points eventually. We will. But when we do, we've just got to make sure it doesn't damage us as badly as it could. You know, if we didn't win today and then we say we do lose against Newcastle on Wednesday, then it's like, oh man, the other team's got to catch up on us. You know, even if at some point results don't go our way, it's not a big cushion yet, but it's growing, and that's the critical thing too. To go from 15th place last season in the Premier League up to third, right, is a staggering turnaround. And on top of that, to go from, you know, when Ruben Amorim left, where were we? Were we sixth when he left? I think, was it fourth? I forget. And being 11 points off Aston Villa in third, to now 3 months later being above Aston Villa in third place in the Premier League. It's a huge achievement by Michael Carrick, his coaching staff, and his players. Absolutely huge achievement. You know, with these players that we know, again, aren't perfect. Then we are not the best team in the league. We're not. I mean, statistically in 2026, we are in terms of matches we've won, but we're not the best team in the league. We know that. So to do what we're doing at the moment and be putting these wins together, these points on the board, it's a massive accomplishment. It's a huge accomplishment for Michael Carrick, his coaching staff, and his players. And again, I don't care how we do it. I really don't. Whether that's winning 4-0, 5-0, of course, that's the ideal way, but it doesn't bother me if it's 1-0. And the only reason it's because it's an own goal and they're down to 9 men and everyone says we scammed it and we didn't deserve it. I don't care. I don't care what we deserve. I care what happens. I mentioned it before. I am done with hypothetical FC. And it works both ways. I was done with hypothetical FC when we wouldn't win games and we did woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know, but if we scored that goal, but if that wasn't offside, but if that decision was actually given for us, I said, well, I don't care what actually happened. What was the actual result? And it works the other way as well. I'm definitely not going to do hypothetical FC when we win games and gone, yeah, but if this didn't happen, then that would have been bad. Or if that penalty wasn't given, or if that red card didn't happen, but it didn't. Hypothetical FC, it doesn't exist. It's another reality. It's a different timeline. Woulda, shoulda, coulda when we won games. Woulda, shoulda, coulda when we didn't win games, right? Instead, we focus on what happened. What were the facts of the day? First 35 minutes, we were shit. We were rubbish. End of the first half, we were a bit better. Second half, we were much better in the second half. We forced the issue. We forced the penalty. We forced the red card. We get our goal. We get our win. We deserved it, and we move up the table, right? That's what we got today, and I think that was fair, to be honest with you. And as far as can we keep this going? Well, to be honest, technically the answer is no. Of course we can't. Of course we're not going to win every game under Michael Carrick. Of course we're not going to be unbeaten for the entirety of the rest of the season. You never know. Stranger things have happened, but probably not. And even when we do lose or drop points, it's not the end of the world. Which is why when we did drop points against West Ham, I didn't crash out then because it wasn't the end of the world. And we reacted with 2 wins in a row. And we're in very good stead. Very, very good stead at the moment. There's a lot of work to do in the summer. We need signings. We need to figure out what we're going to do with our head coach, whether it is Carrick, whether it's someone else. We need to figure that out at some point. I know they said they're waiting to the end of the season, but still take it game by game. But I mean, my goodness, if you'd have told Owen from 6 months ago, 3rd in the Prem, unbeaten in 2026, most informed team in the Prem, 2nd most informed team in Europe, I'd go, I want whatever you're having and give it to me stronger. Yeah, because that sounds pretty great. And now we've got it. You know what I mean? Now we've got it. So huge credit to Carrick, huge credit to his coaching staff, huge credit to the players, specific ones, maybe. Credit to Benjamin Sesko, whether he's coming off the bench, whether he's starting games, he's scoring goals. He is reliant on service like with any other striker, which we need to find him more because it's clear. You find Benjamin Sesko, he'll give you goals. So, but huge credit to him and huge credit for the adversities overcome because I remember early on in those first few months, you want to talk about fans going in. Fans were going in on Sesko. Some were wow, he's waste of money and, I don't know about that. Well, look, huge credit for him for bouncing back. Bruno Fernandes, like I said, is a monster, an absolute monster. He's a machine. Captain performance, fantastic. And actually, you know what? Credit to Harry Maguire because the rest of the defense was pretty shit today. I thought Maguire actually did all right. Like I said, it wasn't an amazing game. It wasn't, but I will take wins any day of the week. Any day of the week. So, yes, there you go, folks. Am I caught up when it comes to all the supers? One more here from Nesta says, love it, keep winning, and who knows. By the way, F Customs. Oh, with the shirt. Yeah. Well, Flex said he's looking at that. As far as I'm aware, we have sent it. So, yeah, I think, like I said, we might have to just do a thing where maybe we buy it from whatever the store is in the country, and then maybe that's the better way to do it. Maybe. But yes, positives, absolutely. We're up to 3rd in the Premier League. And another Premier League weekend goes by, Manchester United getting 3 points. Reminder, Flex will be having his view outside Old Trafford, along with the regulars. You get your player ratings, etc. as well. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. On the Morning View with Flex. And unless anything changes now, that's the number, folks. That's the number. Last season, it was road to 40 points. Now it's road to 40 lemons. The number has been set. So between now and I'd probably say the end of the season, I'm not gonna hurt myself. But between now and the end of the season, gotta go for 40. We'll get 40 done, and we'll get the sentence done, and then it can be off my record, right? That's what it can be. Yes. Big up to everyone. I really appreciate everyone for locking in. I know sometimes solo shows can be a bit monotonous. That's why we like to have a co-host on these things. But today was just a scheduling thing. DJ was away on holiday, so one of those things. But he'll be back on Wednesday. Flex will be with me on Wednesday as well. So I appreciate everyone for locking in for these 4.5 hours. And we'll be back. We'll be back. And we keep putting in the wins. Asher, you're happy with the victory, aren't you? You going to speak? No, she's not. Silence. But yes, appreciate everyone for tuning in as per usual. Stay locked in for Flex's reactions. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Peace.